A new claim is circulating online that the dinar's fixed rate has moved to $2.31. Now, a lot of dinar holders immediately took this as a sign that a major revaluation, or RV, is either happening right now or is just around the corner. But before we get carried away, it's really important to slow down and look at what this actually means, and more importantly, what it doesn't mean. Let's break it down. As of today, the Central Bank of Iraq, or CBI, officially maintains the dinar's exchange rate at around 1310 dinars per $1. That's about 0.07 of a cent per dinar. This is the real, internationally recognized rate used by banks, international trade, and all financial institutions. So if you're seeing a figure like $2.31 per dinar, that is not the current international forex rate. Instead, that number usually comes from internal budget calculations. This is a crucial distinction that many investors misunderstand. Well, that number is often linked to Iraq's currency value from before 2003. Before the war and sanctions, Iraq had massive oil revenue, low debt, and a tightly controlled economy. But after decades of war, sanctions, conflict, and economic collapse, Iraq printed massive quantities of currency just to fund the government. This caused hyperinflation and a huge oversupply of currency. Today, literally trillions of dinars exist in circulation. Because of that, instantly jumping back to a rate of $2.31 is just not financially realistic without a major monetary reform first. Then, why are people talking about a fixed rate? Number one is banking reform. Iraq is aggressively restructuring its entire banking system. The government is forcing electronic payments, limiting the street trading of US dollars, and connecting Iraqi banks to international compliance systems like SWIFT. This is extremely important because historically, Iraq has relied on cash dollars, not its own dinar. To strengthen the dinar, the country must first force its own citizens and businesses to actually use the dinar domestically. This step is very real, and it's significant. Second, they are ending the dollar black market. For years, Iraq had two exchange rates, the official government rate and the street market rate. Sometimes the street rate would diverge wildly, which weakened trust in the currency. Now, the central bank is cracking down on smuggling, fake invoices, and illegal dollar transfers to neighboring countries. If Iraq can stabilize its internal rate, that is a necessary condition before any real currency appreciation could ever happen. And third is their budget and oil revenue strategy. Iraq's 2024 to 2025 budget is heavily based on oil. The government wants to pay salaries in dinars, reduce its dependence on the dollar, and support local industry. A stronger dinar helps control inflation inside the country, especially for things like food imports. So yes, Iraq does want a stronger currency, but stronger does not mean instantly jumping to $2. So could a revaluation or RV still happen? Here's the honest answer. Yes, it could, but probably not in the way many of the online rumors describe. What economists actually expect if it happens is one of three things. The first is gradual appreciation, where the dinar slowly strengthens over several years as their reserves increase, inflation drops, and the banking system stabilizes. This is the most realistic scenario. The second possibility is a redenomination, or a lop, where they remove zeros from the currency. For example, a 25,000 dinar note would become a 25 dinar note. The value rises visually, but your purchasing power stays the same. This does not make holders rich, but it does modernize the currency. And the third is a managed revaluation, which would be a small official rate adjustment. For example, from 1310 to maybe 1,000 dinars per dollar. This would strengthen the currency modestly, but it's still far from $1 or $2. If one dinar suddenly became worth that much, Iraq's money supply would instantly make its currency value larger than the entire global economy, which is simply impossible. For Iraq to reach even $1, the country would need to dramatically reduce its currency supply, build a fully diversified economy, and establish a stable private sector through years of financial reform. They're working towards stability, but they are not there yet. Instead of focusing on viral numbers, here's what investors should actually be watching. Iraq's progress toward full WTO membership. Their international banking integration, reduced cash usage inside the country, a consistent single exchange rate, and foreign investment entering Iraq. Those are the genuine precursors to a stronger dinar. So, my final thoughts. The talk about a fixed $2.31 rate is best understood as speculation mixed with historical reference, not an activated currency value. However, that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Iraq is quietly undergoing one of the largest financial reforms in the Middle East. The real signal right now isn't that the dinar has already revalued. The real signal is that Iraq is preparing its financial system so that over time the dinar can eventually become credible again. In short, is there progress? Yes, an immediate $2 RV. No, at least not yet. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more updates.